Shot clock at 5. Kevin Durant way outside. Delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown. It's a 6-point game. That's the same spot where he hit it in Game 3 last year.
Don't listen, everybody. Steph Curry's not my MVP. My MVP is Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant was across the river in Brooklyn putting on a show. While Steph went 5 for 14, which no one will ever talk about. No one will ever talk about him going 5 for 14 from 3. Let's talk about the first 2 that he made. Kevin Durant had 34 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists in an overtime win against the Raptors, and they had 8 players on the roster. Kevin Durant is my MVP right now.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Hustle Hoops. This is the home of the Hustle Hoops podcast. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about the MVP race. And so I just want to briefly say this. We all know that this is a 4-man MVP race. I'm only talking about Steph Curry versus KD today, but Jokic has a case. Giannis definitely has a case. And I want to extend the list out just to show some love to some other people who I think potentially can get maybe like 1 or 2 votes, but they're probably not going to win it. LeBron James, he's been hooping recently, bringing the Lakers to 3 games in a row winning. Congratulations, shout out to Bron and the Lakers. He's starting to show that he's not washed anymore. So yeah, Bron could potentially get something. Devin Booker, Chris Paul. Last year the same thing happened. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, they're going to get MVP considerations. Chris Paul had the big push at the end. Devin Booker, they were the second best team in the league, so they have to get mentioned. Donovan Mitchell, the Jazz are on like an 8-game winning streak. He's been playing really well. I think he dropped 4 games with 30 points in a row, something like a couple games ago. So shout out to him. And Josh, you're gonna like this one. Shout out to DeMar DeRozan. He's been hooping. I know he's been out because COVID like the past couple games, but still he has the Bulls at the 2nd seed. He's been their best player. Maybe even Zach LaVine could get considerations. But as you can tell by the title, man, we're out here just talking about Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Steph Curry, everybody knows he's the golden boy right now. Everybody loves Stephen Curry. He's the league's like I said, the golden boy right now. He just broke the record. He's been going crazy. But the Warriors are like the best team in the NBA, and Steph Curry, just everybody says Steph Curry MVP, Steph Curry MVP. Ever since the beginning, he's been the MVP, right? But I don't know if we should just give it to Steph. I think it's Kevin Durant. You see the highlights in the background. I think it's KD. KD is leading the league in points. He's shooting over 50% from the field. He has his Nets as the 1 seed in the East. They're battling with COVID. They're battling with Harden not playing well. We know the Kyrie situation. And KD has been hooping, having one of his best seasons, having his team at the number 1 seed. Everybody's saying Steph Curry because what he's doing. The Warriors, they're the number 1 seed. And Curry's playing like this. He's doing all this, breaking records, doing spectacular things. I'm not doubting Steph. But when you look at the numbers, KD's having a better season from the numbers perspective. KD's averaging more points, more boards, on better efficiency. Steph is only averaging 26. Steph's averaging 27 on lower efficiency. This right as it stands right now, he's shooting under 40% from 3, which we know is below Steph Curry standards. He just went on a little slump trying to chase that record. But in that same time span, KD's been hooping. He had 50 points. Then he had 34-point triple-double. And then he just had an immaculate game last night, hitting clutch shots, 4th quarter buckets, dagger 4-point plays. KD has been playing like the MVP. He's been having those MVP moments quietly. But because Steph Curry, like I said, is the NBA's golden boy, he has all the glitz and glamour and all. Everybody is just super hype off Steph Curry right now. He's getting all the media attention. But I'm starting to see in the media a little bit of pushback. Shout out to Jalen and Jacoby for the segment in the beginning. They're kind of agreeing with the sentiment that I'm saying. I think Kevin Durant is the MVP right now. If I had a vote, I would vote for KD. I think Stephen Curry still has a case. Obviously, now that the record's over, he can start picking up his play and maybe get it back. But Kevin Durant is the best player in the world. And he's the MVP right now. Kevin Durant has been hooping. He's been on a different level. He's been elevating his team. Nobody thought that without Harden playing well, that the Nets would be this good. Oh, they needed Kyrie. All the drama. That KD has the MVP storyline. He does. Harden not playing well. Kyrie out. COVID rampaging them this last week, and he's still leading them to wins. They're on a 4-game winning streak, I think, as right now. And KD has just been the catalyst behind all that. They had a lineup with KD playing. It was Kevin Durant and 4 rookies. and they won the game. So I don't know. Shout out to KD. He's been hooping, bro. I think Kevin Durant is showing why he should be right up there with Steph in MVP conversations. If not, he is the MVP, he should be right up there with Steph. It shouldn't just be Steph far and away just because we're falling in love with the prettiness, how cute it is to see him pull from 40 feet. I understand. I like Steph. Steph's one of my favorite players. He's probably my favorite player right now to watch. I love watching Steph Curry, but that doesn't mean he's the MVP. Kevin Durant has a talent. His team is has the best record. He's the first seed, the best record in their conference. He has a storyline. Kyrie out. James Harden not playing well. We're still up here. It could go either way. Kevin Durant right now, I think, is a better MVP candidate. He's actually averaging more points, more rebounds, around the same amount of assists, on better efficiency, and they're still the 1 seed. So I don't know. I think Kevin Durant for MVP should be something that we should say. That we should take more seriously. And just like I said, to touch on the Jokic thing, I don't think Jokic realistically has a case. I understand everybody's talking about the statistical argument of him leading in every category. Let me just dead that argument real quick. He's leading in every advanced stat category. That don't mean anything. His team isn't even in the playoffs right now. I think they're the 8th seed. Let me check to make sure so I don't sound crazy. But nah, they're in the playoffs. They're the 8th seed, 14-14. You're not getting the MVP. You're not getting the MVP. Your MVP case is not being taken seriously as an 8th seed. We saw that with Steph Curry last year. That's why the Warriors, when they were losing games last year, even though Steph was having his best statistical season, he didn't win the MVP because why? His team was losing games. So stop saying Jokic, please. But I do want to say Giannis could get another one. Because he's been hooping and he's brought his team all the way back to being the 2nd seed from when at first the Bucks were at the beginning of the season, they were all the way down like at the 12th seed. So shout out to Giannis. He's been hooping. And I don't think the big three has played really well together. They don't lose for real when they play together. So shout out to Giannis. He could get it. But I don't think they're going to give it to him because the voter fatigue. But I don't know. I really think this is a 2-man race between Steph and KD. And it's really close right now. But because of this past week, KD has kind of put himself a little bit above the 51-point game, and then he had the 34-point triple-double, and then he just had 34 points in a clutch win over the 76ers. He hitting clutch shots, 4th quarter, down the stretch buckets like he always does, providing he's talking trash to the crowd. I think it's Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. Right now, KD has the edge, like I said, because he just put himself above after this week. Steph Curry could come back. I don't know. We got to wait the whole season.